A professor asked me the following question. Architects are in the business of producing buildings. Plausibly, what's more important is that we have the best producers of buildings, not that the producers be diverse. Plausibly, professors are in the business of producing knowledge. Why not care about having the best producers of knowledge? And if they happen to be white, so be it. I responded by saying, I would argue that we won't know our potential for producing the best buildings, the most beautiful and impressive buildings, unless we are more inclusive about who has the opportunity to produce these buildings. If we are more inclusive, we may even expand our definitions and understanding of the best, the most beautiful and impressive buildings. Likewise, I would argue that we don't truly know who the best producers of knowledge are if we aren't inclusive about who has the opportunity to produce knowledge. If we are more inclusive, we may even expand our definitions of the best in terms of the production of knowledge. Colleges and universities are not aggressively pursuing racial and ethnic diversity among their faculty, nor are these ideas at the core of their definitions or understandings of excellence. Yes, colleges and universities call for inclusive excellence, but typically this phrase is in place to assure critics that the only way that diversity will be pursued is if that diversity adheres to the criteria and pedigree deemed acceptable by those in power, namely whites. Colleges and universities, as well as their faculty that purport to be the best in the world, that brag about their US News and World Report rankings, and that hold fast to the belief that they truly want racial and ethnic diversity across all aspects of the academy, must follow through on their promises. To date, they have not been genuine in terms of diversifying the faculty and eliminating the idea that whiteness means excellence. Individuals from all racial and ethnic backgrounds are essential to creating knowledge and should have the opportunity to do so in an environment that appreciates, affirms, and supports them. What would happen if the very definition of excellence were broadened to be more inclusive? What if universities reconceived notions of academic excellence to have meaning only if racial and ethnic diversity are centered in these definitions? What would happen if faculties use the power that is linked to their shared governance voice, their contribution to university decision-making, to foster justice and equity with regard to their ranks? What would result if faculties realize that diversifying their ranks is their responsibility and that not doing so is evidence that they don't support and are intellectually lazy about issues of equity? And how would the academy change if faculties realized, acknowledged, and grappled with the role that they play in upholding systemic racism in the academy, and especially within the faculty hiring process? These questions and more are at the center of my evidence and arguments in my research, and I aim to convince you that faculties have the power to change this system that privileges whiteness and rewards measures of excellence rooted in systemic racism.